What's everybody's favorite food? The answer I hear most often is pizza. Can I have pizza in a healthy way? Well, the answer is yes, and it's not cauliflower. There's actually a really good way to make pizza with a high protein crust made out of ground chicken. So the first step in this pizza process is to make the crust. A pound of ground chicken, we're gonna add 2 eggs, some Parmesan cheese, 4 tablespoons, a teaspoon of granulated garlic, and a heaping teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Now, if you don't love the mixing ground chicken with your hands idea, you could do this with a spoon or a spatula. The next step is we've turned our chicken crust to a cookie sheet and taking a spatula and spreading out my chicken crust evenly to the edge of the cookie sheet. Leave a little bit of a gap around the edge because when the chicken cooks, it will release some water, and we want that water to stay outside the crust. It should look something like this. So while the pizza crust is cooking, the chicken, we're going to cut up our toppings. And I want to show you a really cool little hint. I hate it when you're cutting and this cutting board slides all over the counter. So if you take a damp paper towel and put it down first, and then you put the cutting board on top of it, voila, it doesn't move when you chop. So we're just gonna cut some very thin slices of the tomatoes. So we wanna make sure we cut these pretty thin, like that. Okay, so now we have our chicken crust pizza out of the oven and all the liquid soaked up with a paper towel from around the side of the chicken and discarded. And it's time to put on our sauce. So we're gonna put that on next. And the next thing that goes on is your low-fat mozzarella. Now, if you're on our Healthy Living program, you'll need to measure this out, but for demonstration purposes, I'm just gonna put some cheese on the top of here. And then you can get creative with your pizza. You can use any kind of toppings you want. So you wanna lay down your tomatoes, turkey pepperoni. We have some broccoli we can sprinkle on there. Small sweet peppers. They're a little easier to chop up and a little less intense in pepper flavor. They go really good on the pizza. Now we also have a little bit of onion cut up. We just wanna be a little sparing with the onion, but a few onions. And now we're gonna put this back in the oven for 10 minutes to cook the toppings at 400 degrees.